All right, recording. Hey guys, what up? Bevan here. Hope you've been well. I want to talk about meditation today and specifically a tip for beginners because I've been getting some messages from people asking for tips on meditation for people who haven't really meditated before. And I want to give one pretty important tip right now, and that is with regards to your seating posture when you're meditating. So if you look at meditation videos, if you just read instructions on meditation, one of the first things you're going to read is that you're supposed to sit upright, with I'm doing a bad job right now, but with a very straight spine, sitting on the ground cross-legged. And that's great. That's absolutely how you should start meditating. If you are super limber and weigh 120 pounds, that's how you should do it. If you're already fit, if you already do yoga and stuff, that's great, right? The problem is if you're a normal person and you're not used to sitting cross-legged on the ground with a straight spine, which is a very unusual position for modern people to be sitting in because we're all hunched over and we have terrible postures and whatnot. We're all overweight, etc. Then you're going to find it's quite painful. And if you just have kind of a loose interest in trying out meditation, this is probably going to be one of the things that stops you from actually continuing with it, or even stops you within 5 minutes of sitting down. So I would say do not necessarily sit with a straight spine on the ground cross-legged, because that's very uncomfortable and it's going to sap your willpower like that. You're going to be there, and you know how you're playing a computer game and you have your life meter? Well, imagine your energy meter just dropping, when you're sitting in that position. And your willpower is a very finite resource, and you're just going to burn through it if you're doing that. And you're going to hate meditation because it's going to hurt, and you're not going to be present for 2 weeks. So it's just a losing proposition a lot of the time. And it's not actually necessary. It is beneficial, though, for a few reasons. And I'll just talk about those real quick. So if you can do it, if you're already into yoga, if you're already into fitness or whatever, or if you just, I don't know, if you're good at sitting down like that, then do it, because the position you're going to be in with your thoracic extension, your chest kind of up and out and arched spine, is actually going to be beneficial for keeping you alert. And I'm not just saying that. There's actually studies that show that if you have sort of a upright spine, you have that open chest position, that you're actually going to have higher levels of testosterone and lower cortisol. So what does that mean? It means you're going to be more present and grounded, literally. That's going to be the manifestation of that, that movement in those two hormones. Cortisol is a stress hormone. And so when you reduce that, that's, one of the effects of meditation. And maybe a large reason for that is because you're in that position that's going to basically make your body cut down on cortisol and increase testosterone. I don't have any specific studies to show what the difference might be, if they did controls where meditators were just meditating not in that position. But I imagine a substantial amount is just because of that. Because if you look at studies on yoga, you'll see that there's, I don't know the numbers, but if you just do yoga and you're not meditating at the same time, although there is sort of some overlap, you're also going to see similar benefits, right? You're going to have less cortisol, more testosterone, etc., just from doing these back bends in particular. So that's an important point. So do it if you can, right? And just the discipline of doing that every day is just going to help you mentally. Being in the same position and just being in an active position is going to be helpful generally, just to keep you more alert. The effort you put into it will actually just, ensure that you don't fall asleep and whatnot, and remind you to stay on task. So it is beneficial if you can do it. Maybe I shouldn't have focused on that in this video, because my real message is you don't have to do it. And in fact, if you're not super limber, if you're not some yogi, it's probably better not to do it if you're trying to get a foothold in meditation and just kind of, stick with it. So if you shouldn't sit like that, how should you sit? Well, it doesn't really matter. I think I might get out of focus if I show it on this video, but just sit sort of on the edge of a chair, with a straight back is good. If you can manage it, I think you should be able to manage that, right? Unless your case is pretty extreme, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you can literally be in any position. Again, it does help, right? To be as sort of as, I don't want to say as in, I don't want to call it like a disciplined position, but it kind of is. You want it to be deliberate, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So make your position deliberate such that when you fall out of it, you'll kind of notice. That can help bring you back to your awareness of your breath or whatever your object of meditation is. But once you start getting the hang of meditation, once you've been doing it for 20 minutes a day for like 3 or 4 weeks, you'll start to notice that it doesn't matter. You can be lying down even, or walking around. That's what continual breath awareness is all about. Maintaining that state as you do literally anything else, aside from thinking about other things, right? Because we can't really think about 2 things at the same time. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can be lying down, you can be moving or whatever. So don't be bound by this requirement that you have to sit in a certain way. It's not true. It does help, but if you're a beginner and you're not like 100% sold on meditation right away, it's going to prevent a lot of those people from actually practicing it and creating a sustainable practice. So just sit upright in the chair and try that. If you fall into that category of people who's just not likely to stick with sitting on the ground cross-legged with a straight spine, which is painful. That said, one tip to make it more comfortable if you do want to go that route, sit on a pillow. You probably already knew that, but even that can be kind of challenging. It's just uncomfortable if you're not used to it. So yeah, I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you did, and I'll talk to you next time.